These are the best 5 wins of the Geelong Cats since the turn of the century. Joining me is comedian and Cats tragic Dave Thornton. I get insulted when people describe you as a tragic on something. It's just like, no, just go for a footy team.
Yeah, it has that strange connotation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, I just enjoy the game and this team, and they're like, tragic stuff. Like, I enjoy life. No, you are tragic.
Number 5.
Round 9, 2009 versus the Western Bulldogs. Sorry, mate, to do this to you. Especially, this is a game where some teams win it, but some teams just lose it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like we won this one. Unfortunately, you lost it.
Which is pretty common for the Dogs v Geelong. Let's not focus on the Dogs too much. This is a celebrating the Cats video. I would say well done on only choosing one game against the Dogs, because it's an embarrassment of riches for Cats fans in this. Anyway, what was so good about this game?
I do feel sorry for this game in that, okay, it's Acker's 300th, but Brad Johnson, who's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Agreed.
He could have won it after the siren. He's in the pocket, and it's a pretty sharp angle. He tried to play on, but the game had finished. So the umpires could have gone, well, that's you playing on and we're done. But they push him back to the pocket, and again, it's a very hard angle. He tries, and he kicks a point, which means we win by 2. And it's heartbreaking for the Dogs. But we got the W!
Number 4.
Round 10, 2012. And this is against one of our arch nemesises, GWS.
This is very odd. So this is one of the best wins of this century, and you're picking on when GWS were a bunch of little leaguers, new to the league, were just everyone's punching bag, and you loved this a lot, did you?
Well, I loved it because Harry Taylor, who's notoriously awesome backman, gets pushed into the forward line, kicks 6. Good on you, Harry! So he kicked 6 goals, and like you said, it's against an expansion side. But nice little fun fact for Harry Taylor, I found out he recently, in 2021, kicked 17 goals for a local side out in Geraldton in WA. So he's still got it. But
what, he can still destroy amateur footballers? Yeah.
Good on you, Harry. But it was an interesting experiment, this one, that we did push him into the forward line. And he would have days like this, but he was still a backman. So unfortunately, he'd have days where it didn't go so well. Poor bloke. But yeah, you get 6 in an AFL game. It's unbelievable.
Wow, the reigning premiers beating the team that would eventually win the wooden spoon. Just wow, just so inspiring.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah, it doesn't sound great.
Number 3.
Round 11, 2002. This wasn't exactly a great period for the Cats, but this game was against Carlton,
Okay.
who is nothing better than beating Carlton, and Peter Riccardi. He marks this ball outside of 50, so the siren goes off, and with a raking left foot. They're always raking, aren't they?
They're raking or silky. They're the only adjectives you can describe someone's left foot with. Yeah.
And he's one of my favourite players, Peter Riccardi. If you can also look up him in the 90s, one of the best mullets you'll ever see.
Okay.
Beautiful head of hair. But he just thumps it, and it's straight through the middle to win it for us. So good on you, Peter Riccardi. One of the best number 15s the game had ever seen. Take that, Luke Hodge.
I could be wrong here, but I think Carlton also went on to win the wooden spoon that year. So...
Jeez, I really know how to punch a team when they're down, don't I?
Can't wait to hear your favourite win against Tassie in a few years.
Yeah.
And the second best Cats win this century?
Round 17, 2009. The Kennett curse is officially up and running.
I'm amazed it took this long to get to a Hawks game.
Yeah, well, obviously we lost in 2008. I was there for that game, the grand final. I just, for some reason, sat in the stands for another hour, just soaking up the loss, thinking, what have we done? I don't know why I did that to myself. But we promised ourselves we would never lose to Hawthorn again. And this was a game that we should not have won. We were down significantly, and if memory serves, we had a few injuries, so to big players sitting on the bench. But then we just clawed our way back. And at the end of it all, Jimmy Bartell, he marks it, and he just had to kick something. Just a point, goal, anything. And he kicks this point, and huzzah! We get the W. Come on, Curtis!
And what is the best Cats win in a home and away season of this century, Dave Thornton?
Danny, round 19, 2012. I was there. The Kennett curse is alive and well.
Hey everyone, sorry to interrupt. I just need to point out my friend Dave Thornton has 2 small children and he hasn't slept in 6 years, so he has totally misremembered this game. He's got the end right, but it should be pointed out Geelong were in control for most of it. Anyway, play on.
And at the start of the game, it wasn't looking good. You're thinking, and this happened so much through the Kennett curse that we thought, oh no, we've lost this one. We were down in the first, if not second quarter, by like 40 points and thinking, oh, this isn't looking good.
Yeah, this is all over.
We start coming back, and then at the end of the game, Tom Hawkins gets a mark outside of 50, and if you watch it on the replay, Stevie J's next to him going, go on, give it to me. Go on. I'm right here. And he has nothing but eyes for the goal. I was at the opposite pocket, so I had the most beautiful vision just of him turning around. He thumps it like just... Mate, I've barely seen him kick a better goal. Outside of 50, and it sailed through the big sticks. It's still at another 10, 15 metres as it just sails through it. It's a thumping kick. And what do you know? Yes, we won! And I stood there on my seat for another 45 minutes just waving my flag around. Oh, it was good times.
And that's Thorno's list. Is there any better Wings Cats fans in this century? Let us know in the comments. And in the meantime, go see Dave Thornton as he tours around his new show.
Nothing's Unpossible. Going to all major cities and then a couple of not so major cities later in the year.